السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم، والصلاة والسلام على خير النبيين سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه ومن استنى بسنته واقتفى أثره إلى يوم الدين. So, hello and welcome, uh, Yusuf and I think Marv account to this new Qur'an lesson, inshallah. And the ones who are going to listen to us after that, may Allah bless all of you. Barakallahu feekum. And we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to grant us all the knowledge of His great and noble book and the meanings and the blessings of the holy book. بفضله وكرمه سبحانه وتعالى. Today, inshallah, we're going to start Juz Amma, the 30th Juz, with Surah Al-Naba and Surah Al-Nazi'at. At the very beginning, as usual, we're going to follow the same sequence. We're going to listen to the surah first. Then after that, we're going to have some simple explanation for the ayat. Then the final part is going to be about the lessons that we can derive from the beautiful surah. And remember that the final part, the lessons, as we started in the previous time, is going to be a kind of quiz. How this quiz is going to work, I'm going to give you the lessons that you can derive and we can derive from this beautiful surah, and then I'm going to ask you to link these lessons to their verses or their ayat, okay, to connect between the lesson itself and the ayah, that we can derive the very exact lesson from it, or could be number of ayat, not only one ayah, right? So make sure that you listen attentively so you can get the best and the blessings that we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to grant us all from these lessons, okay? And if someone has like an account name, you can just adjust your account name so I can mark you or call you with this name if it's not the true name, right? Barakallah fikum. We're going to start with Surah Al-Naba. Yeah, one final thing I just forgot to mention. The test of Juz Tabarak going to be uploaded to the group, inshallah, with the previous revision session of Juz Tabarak. Both of them are going to be uploaded to the Telegram group very soon, inshallah. So hopefully you can, if you haven't attended the revision lesson, you can attend the revision lesson and you can do that quiz about the whole juz, which is going to be quite simple. Don't worry, inshallah. Just make sure to study the glossary file. Hopefully I'm going to upload it, and maybe the key points that you're going to find in the revision lesson, inshallah, right? So without further ado, let's start Surah Al-Naba, the first surah in the 30th juz. Yes, here is the audio file. Now we can listen to the surah by Sheikh Al-Husary. May Allah have mercy with him.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم عما يتساءلون عن النبأ العظيم الذي هم فيه مختلفون كلا سيعلمون ثم كلا سيعلمون ألم نجعل الأرض مهادا والجبال أوتادا وخلقناكم أزواجا وجعلنا نومكم سباتا وجعلنا الليل لباسا وجعلنا النهار معاشا وبنينا فوقكم سبعا شدادا وجعلنا سراجا وهاجا وأنزلنا من المعصرات ماء ثجاجا لنخرج به حبا ونباتا وجنات ألفافا إن يوم الفصل كان ميقاتا يوم ينفخ في الصور فتأتون أفواجا وفتحت السماء فكانت أبوابا وسيرت الجبال فكانت سرابا إن جهنم كانت مرصادا للطاغين مآبا لابثين فيها أحقابا لا يذوقون فيها بردا ولا شرابا إلا حميما وغساقا جزاء وفاقا إنهم كانوا لا يرجون حسابا وكذبوا بآياتنا كذابا وكل شيء أحصيناه كتابا فذوقوا فلن نزيدكم إلا عذابا إن للمتقين مفازا.
Now we're gonna start, inshallah, the surah itself, the meanings. Before we begin to talk about the explanation of the surah and the verses, Surah Al-Naba, or the momentous news, or the great news, the translation of the title of the surah. Okay, it's a Meccan surah, thoroughly refutes the arguments of those who deny the hereafter by citing some of the marvels of Allah's creation to prove His ability, subhanahu wa ta'ala, to raise the dead to life and reward everyone according to their deeds. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم عما يتساءلون عن النبأ العظيم الذي هم فيه مختلفون كلا سيعلمون ثم كلا سيعلمون. What are these idolaters asking one another about after Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has sent his messenger, peace be upon him, alayhi salatu wassalam, to them? They are asking each other about the great news. It is this Qur'an that has been revealed to their messenger, alayhi salatu wassalam, which contains the news of the resurrection. This Qur'an that they differ in how they should describe it. Is it sorcery, poetry, fortune telling, or the tales of old. The matter is not as they claim. These rejectors of the Quran will soon know the evil outcome of their rejection. ألم نجعل الأرض مهادا والجبال أوتادا وخلقناكم أزواجا وجعلنا نومكم سباتا وجعلنا الليل لباسا وجعلنا النهار معاشا وبنينا فوقكم سبعا شدادا وجعلنا سراجا وهاجا وأنزلنا من المعصرات ماء ثجاجا لنخرج به حبا ونباتا وجنات ألفافا. Ayah number 5 was related to the previous ayat, which is ثم كلا سيعلمون. Then what will be re-emphasized for them? Then ayah number 6, this is like at the beginning of the miracles of Allah creation. Then did I not make the earth spread out evenly for them so that it is fit for them to live on? And did I not put mountains on it like pigs to stop it from shaking? And all people, I created you of different types. Some of you are males, while others are females. And I made your sleep the end point of your activeness so that you may rest. And I made the night a cover for you with its darkness, like a garment that you cover your private parts with. And I made the day a field for earning and finding provision. And I made above you 7 solid skies, perfect in their creation. And I made the sun an extremely bright and not an hot lamp. And I sent some clouds for which the time has come to pour down with abundant rain, so that through it I can extract different types of grains and crops, and extract gardens that entwine with one another due to the closeness of the branches of the trees. This part again about the amazing miracles of Allah's creation would lead us to the second part, or maybe the third section of the ayat, which is going to be about the horrors of Judgment Day. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned in ayah number 17, إن يوم الفصل كان ميقاتا يوم ينفخ في الصور فتأتون أفواجا وفتحت السماء فكانت أبوابا وسيرت الجبال فكانت سرابا. In ayah number 17, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned, after Allah mentioned this blessing that prove His power, He followed it up with mention of the resurrection and the day of judgment. Because the one who is capable of creating these blessings is also capable of resurrecting the dead and taking them to account. He says, subhanahu wa ta'ala, indeed, the day of separation between the creation was appointed and fixed on time that will not change. On that day, the angel will blow into the horn the second time, upon which, O people, you shall come in groups, and the sky will open up. It will have gaps like open doors, and the mountains will be made to move until they become like dispersed dust particles, becoming like a mirage. Indeed, hell is watchful, lying in wait. Then the next part is going to be about the punishment of the disbelievers. In ayah number 21, إن جهنم كانت مرصادا للطاغين مآبا لابثين فيها أحقابا لا يذوقون فيها بردا ولا شرابا إلا حميما وغساقا جزاء وفاقا إنهم كانوا لا يرجون حسابا وكذبوا بآياتنا كذابا وكل شيء أحصيناه كتابا فذوقوا فلن نزيدكم إلا عذابا. In ayah number 21, indeed hell is watchful lying in wait for the oppressors as a point of return they will be made to return to, wherein they shall stay for endless ages and years. They will not experience cold breezes in it that will cool them from the heat of the blaze, nor will they taste any drink that they will enjoy. They will only taste extremely hot water and the flowing pus of the people of hell, na'udhu billah, as a requital in accordance to the disbelief and deviance they were on. Indeed, in the world they did not fear that Allah taking them to account in the afterlife, because they did not bring faith in the resurrection. So, if they had feared the resurrection, they would have brought faith in Allah and performed good deeds. And they vehemently rejected my verses I revealed to my messenger. عليه الصلاة والسلام. I recorded and counted each of their deeds. They are all written in the books of deeds. O transgressors, so endure this everlasting punishment. I will not increase you except in punishment upon your punishment. We seek Allah refuge from Nar. We ask Allah refuge from Nar. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala refuge from Nar. Allahumma inna na'udhu bika min al-nar. Allahumma inna na'udhu bika min al-nar. Allahumma inna na'udhu bika min adhab al-nar. That's the outcome for the disbelievers, for the deeds and their actions in this life. This next part gonna be about the believers and their great reward in the day of resurrection. Let's move on to this part. إن للمتقين مفازا حدائق وأعنابا. We are now in ayah number 31. If you're having the Mus'haf and you're following, we are in Surah Al-Naba, ayah number 31. إن للمتقين مفازا حدائق وأعنابا وكواعب أترابا وكأسا دهاقا لا يسمعون فيها لغوا ولا كذابا جزاء من ربك عطاء حسابا رب السماوات والأرض وما بينهما الرحمن لا يملكون منه خطابا يوم يقوم الروح والملائكة صفا لا يتكلمون إلا من أذن له الرحمن وقال صوابا ذلك اليوم الحق فمن شاء اتخذ إلى ربه مآبا إنا أنذرناكم عذابا قريبا يوم ينظر المرء ما قدمت يداه ويقول الكافر يا ليتني كنت ترابا. Indeed, for those who are mindful of their Lord by fulfilling His commands and refraining from the things He has not allowed, there is a point of success. They will succeed on by achieving the paradise they sought. It is full of gardens and grapevines and women of similar ages, and full glasses of wine. Of course, this wine not like the wine of dunya, right? The wine of dunya, which is haram, that people should not drink the alcoholic drink. This is haram. In Jannah, there is a wine, but it's way more beautiful than the one in dunya, and it doesn't take over the mind. Okay. And as you know, like the ones who are gonna drink the one in dunya are not gonna drink the one in akhirah. something important to know. Um, so this about the wine, the drink that they're gonna drink, and I want you to notice the contrast between the drinks of the people of Jannah, the believers in paradise, subhanallah, and the drinks that the people of the hellfire, na'udhu billah, they're gonna drink. Okay, both of them gonna drink, but it's way different, subhanallah, between both. In paradise, they will not hear any false speech, nor lies, neither will they lie to one another. All that will be from what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will give to them in graciousness and benevolence, and it will be sufficient for them. He is the Lord of the heavens, the earth, and whatever is between them, the benevolent of the world and the afterlife, subhanahu wa ta'ala. No one on earth or in the heavens is able to question him except when he gives them permission. On the day when Gabriel and the angels will stand in rows, not speaking to intercede on behalf of anyone except whom the benevolent grants them permission to intercede for, and has made a straight statement. For example, the statement of oneness of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That which has been described to you is the day in which there is no doubt regarding its occurrence. So whoever wishes salvation on it from the punishment of Allah, he should take the path to it through performing good deeds that will please his Lord subhanahu wa ta'ala. O people, indeed I have warned you of an impending punishment which will occur on the day when a person will see what deeds he sent forth in the world, and the disbeliever will say, wishing safety from the punishment, if only I had become dust like the animals, when it is said to them on the day of judgment, become dust. Subhanallah. Yeah, there is something in the explanation here that in this ayah it's not mentioned. The ayah didn't mention about uh, the motive and the purpose why the disbeliever are going to say that. The ayah didn't mention it, but in the Prophet ﷺ mentioned in other ahadith, in some authentic narration, that all the monsters, all the animals, all of them, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will give them the like his like divine order to become dust. All of them, all of the creatures, whatever is, lions, tigers, insects, all the creatures, subhanallah, all of them, they were turned into dust by the order of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. At this point, the disbelievers gonna have one wish, just one wish. Just to be as dust as these animals, so they can escape the punishment and the wrath of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and the hellfire and his punishment in that day. But they're not gonna have this wish. You're not gonna have it. Why? Because they had the message in the dunya, and they had the chance in the dunya to use their minds and their spirits to follow the commands of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and his messengers, but they refused and they rejected the message. That's why they're not going to have the chance in this time or in that horrible time to become dust and to escape his punishment. That was the end of this beautiful surah, Surah Al-Naba. Beautiful surah, subhanAllah. Like most of the uh, students who study Qur'an, they always start with Juz Amma. And this is one of the surahs that they always first encounter in their journey of memorizing the Qur'an. We ask Allah to give us more knowledge of His wonderful books. Now, coming to the final quiz. Pay attention with me. I hope you have your Mus'haf in front of you so you can follow up with this exercise. Okay, so as I told you, the quiz is going to be like I'm going to ask you about some of these lessons and how you can connect it to the ayat. I'm going to give you choices. So the first lesson we have here, that we can derive and learn from this beautiful surah, Surah Al-Naba. Um, the blessings of Allah upon His servants are numerous. Okay. Actually, I believe this is like one of the easiest lessons that you can think about. So I want you in the chat box to look at the first page. Okay, look at the first page of Surah Al-Naba from ayah number 1 till ayah number I'm gonna give you like a clue, okay? From ayah number 1 till ayah number 16, okay? And just give me any number of ayah, okay, or maybe a couple of numbers, no problem, which related to this lesson. The blessings of Allah upon His servants are numerous. Use the chat box. Use the chat box. Bismillah. Just give me the number, okay? What's the number? It's like academic lesson 1. Okay. What do you think the verse is related? There are many, by the way. It's not only one ayah or two. There are more than that. So you can send me any ones. I think it's not that hard. Okay, Yusuf, Firas, Rahaf, and Marv. Okay, what do you think? I think the chat box is working. Yeah, it's working. Anybody can think about it? Jazakumullah khairan, Marv. Well done. Yeah, that's correct. That's one of the answers. MashaAllah. I hope I'm pronouncing your name correctly. Okay, Marv, is that your name? Yes. Ayah number 14 is one of the ayat Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned about the clouds. Okay, and the beautiful rain. وأنزلنا من المعصرات ماء ثجاجا. Yes. Okay, like ayah number 14 is related to this lesson, and there are many other ayat also related to that, like ayah number actually 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Jazakumullahu khairan. Yes, yes, Firas and Rahaf, ayah number 10 is correct. It's correct. Okay. Barakallahu feekum. Yeah, all this group of ayat from ayah number 6 till ayah number 18 are referring to the blessings of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala upon His servants are numerous. Then the second lesson we can learn, transgression is a cause of entering the hellfire. Transgression is a cause of entering the hellfire. This one is a bit specific, so I'm going to give you like 3 options. You can think about them. Is it ayah number 17? Or is it ayah number 21? Or is it ayah number 26? Again, is it number 17? Okay. Or 21 and 22 as well. 21 and 22. Or it's ayah number 26. Wow. I can narrow the scope of the answers if you feel confused. Okay, what do you think? Is it like ayah number 21 or 22? 26. Uh, not exactly. Jazakumullah khair. More of it's not exactly. Well, it's gonna be 21 and 22, like both are correct. 21 and 22, because in 21 Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned that إن جهنم كانت مرصادا للطاغين مآبا. The word للطاغين actually, it means for the oppressors, okay, the people who are transgressors. So this is like very related. Number three, or lesson number three, the punishment will be doubled on the disbelievers. The punishment will be doubled on the disbelievers. Okay, I'll give you like just a couple of choices for this one, and you can choose one of them. Is it number 28, A number 28, or A number 30? Is it A number 28 or A number 30? Hmm. Choose one. Okay, I have two answers here. جزاكم الله خيرا. Well done, Firas and Rahaf. And well done, Marv, as well. Yes, A number 30. فذوقوا فلن نزيدكم إلا عذابا. Okay, I will not increase you except in punishment upon your punishment, like doubling your punishment. Na'udhu billah, from these believers. Then lesson number 4, Allah's consciousness is the cause of entry into paradise. Allah's consciousness is the cause of entering the paradise. This one is related to ayah number 31 or ayah number 37. 31 or 37. Allah's consciousness is the cause of entry into paradise. The right answer is going to be, it's ayah number 31. 31. جزاكم الله خيرا إن المتقين مفازة. And lesson number 5, everything in paradise is good and beneficial. This lesson is derived from a number of ayat, okay, about the rewards of the believers in paradise. It can relate to ayah number 32, number 33, 34, and 35. All of them are related to this one. The final lesson in this beautiful surah is number 6, about the disbeliever, okay, will desire that he become dust like the animals, who will be told on the day of judgment, become dust. I will not give you choices in this one. Can you guess it's going to be which one? The easiest, okay? I'm not gonna give you choices in this one. I hope you can get it, inshallah. Yes. Barakallahu fikum, Firas. Yes. Jazakumullah khairan, Firas and Raf and Marv. Jazakumullahu khairan. Yes. It's ayah number 40. إنا أنذرناكم عذابا قريبا يوم ينظر المرء ما قدمت يداه ويقول الكافر يا ليتني كنت ترابا. Jazakumullah khairan. This is the last part of this lesson. Surah Al-Naba, great surah, okay, related to the day of judgment and the rewards of the believers, and also the punishment of the disbeliever. Inshallah, next time we're gonna have Surah Al-Nazi'at. Hope to see you all, inshallah. And also, I hope you can do the exercise or the quiz, which gonna be uploaded about Juz Tabarak. Till next time, stay blessed. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك وأتوب إليك. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. والعصر إن الإنسان لفي خسر إلا الذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات وتواصوا بالحق وتواصوا بالصبر. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.